Alrighty guys, welcome back. Dad is back with us. Yay, Dad is back with us. It's been about, what, week and a half or so at this point. But we're glad you're back with us. And today we're diving into one of your choosing. We are doing In My Life by the Beatles. I know nothing about the Beatles, but I know you've been a Beatles fan since you were a kid. McCartney.
Me? McCartney, yes.
McCartney, alright.
This, Lennon.
Yeah, I know, but you were a fan of McCartney.
Yeah, but...
So, what do you know about this?
All that I really know, you know, in regard to it is that John Lennon had written a book called In His Own Right.
Okay.
Is what it was.
Okay.
And in that book, he put in all of this stuff, okay, I mean, about his life. And what ended up happening was somebody who read the book or was critiquing the book or whoever it was, one of the critics said, how come you put more in this book about you and your life experiences than you do in any of your songs?
Okay. So
he started putting stuff from his own life experiences into the songs. And this particular song really goes back and just kind of remembers all of his friends that he's had, whether they're still alive or whether they've died. And from what I was reading is that it says that they referred to a couple of people in particular, which excuse me, which one of the first people he mentions was Stu Sutcliffe.
Okay.
Stu Sutcliffe, in case you didn't know, was one of the original Beatles. He was not the fifth Beatle that everybody talks about, but he actually played guitar, died of a brain hemorrhage. He was like 22 or 23 or something like that. Died of a brain hemorrhage, and then they needed a new rhythm guitar player, and they got George Harrison. So he was like one of the early Beatles. And since I mentioned the fifth Beatle, they had a drummer by the name of Pete Best that they didn't like, and they ended up, before they went and got famous, they ended up booting him out of the band, and they got Ringo from another band. Okay, and you know, and then of course they become famous, and Pete Best is like, you know, I helped you guys get to here. And
it's like, but you're not here.
But you're not here. But he's always been called like the fifth Beatle. Okay, but everybody forgets about Stu. So there's your little trivia.
Okay.
But that happened back in 1962 when Stu died. And I can tell you this was off the Rubber Soul album, which was back in 1965. So this is early. So this is early. When he passed, and they were doing the tribute type stuff. Okay, to John Lennon, a lot of people played this song. You know, just because it was the song about memories.
Okay.
And remembering people in
my life.
In his life.
Yeah, and I mean,
but you can apply it to anybody.
Yeah.
So anyway, without getting into a whole bunch of other stuff,
you just want to get going with this?
Let's just go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Alrighty, guys, for Dad's first video back, let's get started with this.
love them all. Out of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Oh, I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Okay.
Short and
Yeah.
sweet,
Yep.
but powerful lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, when you really think about it. And
Mm-hmm.
it was one of the few songs that after he wrote it, and of course he had to get it approved by the group,
Yeah.
and he played it for the group, and they said, love it, keep it,
Just do it.
just do it. And
That was it.
that was it.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the few that actually had consensus to it.
It's a no matter. It's to me it is a no matter what happens in life, remember the people who made it count.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with what's going on in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
If a lot of you don't know, a lot of you who may or may not live in Virginia, but if you don't live in Virginia, Virginia, Governor Northam just closed public schools for the remainder of this school year. I was a senior at my school in Virginia, and that now makes me an alumni because I already had my last day of high school, not knowing it.
Right.
So this kind of hits home with the, you know, no matter what happens, remember, you know, the good times, remember, you know, what made your time count,
Right.
you know?
Well,
And that's all I can look back on now.
well, just like what you had put something out on social media, and you know, as to how you felt,
Yeah.
and he also mentioned some people, or you mentioned a person,
A person in particular.
a person
Yeah.
in particular, who has been with you since, through thick and thin, through however many times you ticked each other off.
We pissed each other off
Well, I
and wouldn't
didn't
talk
know-
to each other for
well,
a week.
Well, I didn't know that I
But-
could say that.
Yeah,
but
we pissed each other off.
Okay, but you're still there.
Yeah.
You know, you're you're like this, and you know, and there are other folks as you look back, whether they're teachers, whether they're just influential people in your life.
Yep.
Okay, that you can. They weren't just a teacher; they were a friend as well. Okay, because I can think of two of them.
Yeah.
You know, right off the bat, but or parents of that you met through band, or you know, whatever.
Yep.
You know, because I know that you've got some favorites.
Yeah.
So you know, but that's the, you know, that's what you're right. That's what this song you know, is about. I thought it was neat showing them at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, when they were the clean cut
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
and
And then at the end.
and then at the end showing, you know, showing the really long hair and how they finished up.
Yeah.
But
for the 4 years that they toured.
For the whole 4 years.
For the whole 4 years that they toured.
And I don't even think that they were touring. At the very end there when you saw them. They had their manager in there. If you saw a guy on the telephone, or you saw a guy that may have looked like Mr. White standing there at a concert.
Was he the manager that bought the 100,000 records to put them on the charts?
He bought like 10,000 records, yeah.
to just put them on the charts.
Their very first one, he went around and bought them all out of the record stores so they could say that they were selling out. Yeah, that's supposedly, I've heard that story over and over. That was Brian Epstein. And that was probably one of the greatest marketing things in the world, strategies in the world. But he ended up dying. He
as people tend to do.
I think.
Not trying to be mean. I'm just saying.
Well, but he died at a young age, at a relatively young age.
Okay.
One thing that you'll find out interesting, and then I'm going to stop.
No, you're fine.
In the middle of it, where it sounded like a harpsichord was playing, that solo that was going on. Yeah. Well, they needed a bridge. Okay. They couldn't think of anything to put in to a bridge, so they just left this hole for a musical bridge. And they asked the director, their producer and director, George Martin, if he would figure out something to put in there.
Right.
Okay. Now, which is weird because, if you're a band, you want this to be you. You want it. They're asking their producer to go ahead and fill something in.
Right.
Okay. And so, apparently, the night before that they did this, he did a piano solo.
Okay.
And he does this piano solo, and then he sped the tape up.
Okay.
To make it sound like a harpsichord.
Yeah.
Instead of how they would do it today, press the button that says harpsichord and start playing. Yeah. He plays this piano solo and then speeds the tape up.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of neat because you can't tell the difference.
Right.
Or it's very hard to distinguish the difference. So, from the musical standpoint, I thought you might like that.
It was funny because during this whole situation that the world is going through right now, Brian May and Roger Taylor have been on social media doing tutorials and lessons and all this other stuff, playing music and whatnot. Right. And one of these videos that Brian put out, he had his little amp that he had, and it said 70s, 80s, metal, whatever, and he had the dials for it. Right. And he said in the video, or something to the effect of, I have it on this, but I can also play it on this like it would be on the 70s, because that's what I had to do, and I didn't have this little dial thing to move it to how it would sound in the 70s. I know how to do that because I had to do it before this dial existed.
It's kind of like having to do something with a piece of paper and a pencil versus a calculator.
Yeah, you and your abacus.
Me and my abacus.
You and your abacus and your slide rule.
Anyway, I can never use that damn slide rule. So, don't even go there with the slide rule. And there are some people out there who know that I could not use the slide rule, and they're probably wondering how I graduated through. You
probably have been wondering how I've gotten this far using a damn calculator.
Well,
because you know how good I am at math, even with using a calculator. My teachers liked me, and they kind of just pushed me through, and they said, "Okay, there you go. All right, there you go." So,
anyway,
you take me back to Algebra 1. I'll still have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm good. We're getting way off subject.
We're having fun though. Anyway, guys, are you ready for the announcements today?
I'm ready for the announcements.
Alrighty, guys. So the first thing on the announcements, don't forget to check out Courtney Mine's new channel, Coffee First, Scheme Later. I've been saying that a lot recently. Don't forget to check that out. As soon as this whole pandemic thing dies down a little bit and I can get up to Pennsylvania, we will start putting more content out. On that channel. Right now it's just that welcome video, but go ahead and go over there. There's a little card going above Dad's head right about now. That'll come out, and just click on that and go there, subscribe, come back to this video, whatever it may be, but go over there and subscribe anyway, so that when there is a video that comes out over there, you won't miss it. This is your opportunity to get ahead of the game. For a lot of you who like doing things ahead of time or being prepared, this is your time to be prepared to get ahead of everybody else when everything starts blowing up. This is your time. Go over there, get it done. It takes 2 clicks. No, it'll probably take about 10 seconds. Maybe about 10 seconds. Anyway, yeah, go over and do that. Number 2 on the announcements today. Don't forget to check out the Bass Player t-shirt shop. Down below, that link is there where you can get the new t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, etc. We have so much stuff out there right now. Super cool designs. I'm working on some new designs. I know this design is pretty new that's out there right now. The Eat, Sleep, React, and Repeat. That is new, but I'm trying to work on some new stuff. So
ambition.
So well, I mean, I gotta do something while I'm in quarantine.
Well, you're not in quarantine.
Well, I can't go anywhere.
I was in quarantine.
I know you were in quarantine, but I can't go anywhere. And if I go somewhere, everywhere's closed, so I'm stuck at home anyway. So I gotta be working on something. And school's out, so I gotta be working on something.
True.
So anyway, guys, but go ahead and check that out down below and get yourself a t-shirt, or now that summertime's coming up, get yourself like a tank top or something like that. Even a mug or a phone case or even a tote bag, something like that. Go ahead and get yourself something cool. Also, guys, if you'd like to help support the channel and community through your finances as well, you can also become a Patreon member as well. If you don't know what Patreon is the membership that you can get to the channel, where you get exclusive behind the scenes, exclusive reaction videos just in general. You can get discount codes, and even just as minimal as description mentions and shoutouts. Description, mentions, and shoutouts. Yeah, I got that. So I do get to thank the following patrons who've helped pledged, I can't talk today, who've helped pledge to make this video possible. That'd be Teresa Anderson, Hot Space, Ann Petro, Karen Barone, Sandy Thomas, Courtney Trex, Cindy Rice, Dawn Kula, and Alexis R. Thank you all so much for your constant love and support, guys. Without you all, we would not be here, or if we would, it would be extremely difficult. So thank you all so much. We highly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Again, if you'd like to get your name in the description as well, or any of the perks we just listed, become a Patreon member down below. Also remember, guys, at 1,000 subscribers, I swear I'm almost done. At 1,000 subscribers, we will open up our PO box. We are about 825 right now. So we have jumped massively in the last 48 hours.
In the last 48 hours.
Just in the last 48 hours. So thank you all so much for that. We wouldn't be able to do this without your constant love and support.
Right.
And if you would like to help us achieve the goal of opening up the P.O. box to get fan mail for your peanut butter chocolate fudge, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out and so you stay connected and all that, fun stuff, so you don't miss when anything releases.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that I'm missing?
I don't think so.
Alrighty, guys, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.